For the news,
Bobby's Big
Stories.
boy howdy, listen to this one. A Dallas apartment evicts a tenant, throws all their belongings in a dumpster, and then later realizes wrong unit.
Oh, no. You got to triple check that. Ooh.
That's crazy. A Dallas man says everything he and his daughter own was thrown in a dumpster.
That's terrible.
Oh, man.
Turns out they had the wrong unit number.
Lawsuit.
And now the man says he's got tens of thousands of dollars.
But he owns an apartment complex.
After Johnny Abney spent years building a life for himself and his 9-year-old daughter, everything they own is now gone. The items weren't stolen. They were thrown in the dumpster by the order of the management of the Hamilton, the high-end mid-rise apartment building where Abney lived in the Deep Ellum neighborhood of Dallas. It's all in a police report Abney filed when he returned home from work in late July to find his apartment door unlocked and contents cleared out.
Dang.
According to the report's narrative, a leasing agent on site said, and this will make you feel better, there was a misunderstanding.
Well, yeah, no
and maintenance
crap.
actions. Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
That's tough. Okay.
Yeah, how do they make that right?
So there's some stuff about subletting, and it goes on, and it gets into like legal issues, but I don't know. Obviously, that part wasn't supposed to happen, but that's tough.
I just hear that like anytime we're clearing out a home and throwing everything away, or
When they wrecking ball a
or
home and it's like the
wrecking
wrong
ball.
arm.
Yeah, like
That's the best.
anytime.
It's like cutting off the wrong arm in surgery.
Terrible.
You know, we need checks and balances.
Yeah.
Like all the way through.
Okay. A Chicago TV news crew was robbed at gunpoint while reporting on a string of robberies.
Whoa.
You know what? That's brave of somebody to rob a news crew while they're doing a news report.
I wonder if they were the robbers.
Well, if not, they were then
Well,
robbers.
now they're robbers, but the robbers they were
But
getting
it could have been a
reported on.
culture of robbing
Yeah.
because
Wow.
in poor neighborhoods, people tend to survive and there's robbing. So it just could be part of the culture there.
Dang.
But yeah, they were doing this string story. It's happening all over. And then they ended up being robbed themselves. 3 armed men in ski masks pop up with guns.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy. They're both wild stories. That's from AP. Does hitting things when you're angry help?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, depends what thing.
The wall.
Yeah. Because that might end up hurting you in the long run.
The answer is nope.
No,
According to
that's
this,
not right.
a new study suggests that venting and hitting something with rage fails to release your hostility. It can even make matters worse. The anger stays the same or becomes worse when you release it in this way. Experts say try a workout instead.
Well, you're hitting a punching bag.
Also, you don't have an hour if you're angry. I'm very angry and irrational. I think I'll dedicate an hour
Right.
to bettering my mental. No, it's irrational. People are doing irrational things. And I think when I'm irrational, it's hard for me to think rationally.
Right. I was saying rational hitting.
I don't know that that's a thing.
No,
Amy.
it is. It is. You're being intentional about making sure
You're being
you get out
intentionally
your
irrational.
like a punching
Controlled
bag.
irrational.
That's hitting something. And they
Okay.
said workout. So yes, and if it's fine, like if Eddie has available brooms to break over his knee,
Yeah,
that's
but you're really
rational.
talking about you.
That'd be cool.
yeah, I mean,
That's okay.
I can hit things, but I feel like I'm doing it in a
Controlled environment,
Controlled,
which is great.
rational
Love it, and I love it for you.
manner.
Yes. What about ripping siding off your house in an angry way?
I did that one time to prove a point.
Or blacking out with a man's neck in your right hand?
Oh, that's scuba.
Scuba Steve. He's like, I woke up and the guy was getting choked, and it was by me. Oh my God.
And then they split.
It's a little different.
You guys have problems, man. We all have problems.
Yeah.
You guys have problems that manifest themselves physically. I take mine and push it way down deep inside. You know? Next up, how much time do you let your younger kids watch their iPad? Amy, answer a day.
A day during the school week, it's getting down to 0, which is awesome. But on the weekend, take it away, kid.
Eddie?
I'd say every time we're in the car, so 3-4 times a day.
Child development experts say to limit it as much as possible. New research out of Japan suggests that staring at a screen younger than 5 slows development of both physical and mental skills. Well, of course, it's much better, yes,
Yeah.
to let them be active. But
Yeah.
but if you're in Olive Garden, they won't shut up. I get
Exactly.
it.
Give them the iPad.
For everybody's sake, let's slow them down. Let's slow down there because I
But
want
it's
I want my soup and breadsticks. You know, I'm going to be quiet.
There's too many screen options because there's the iPad screen and then there's the video game, and that's a screen. And then if you're watching a movie as a family, that's a screen.
Yeah, I don't consider the movie screens with the family as much of a screen.
Okay.
They're doing homework on a computer. That's a screen.
Yeah,
It is,
exactly.
but I think there's good screen time and bad screen time.
Is this your phone argument?
All my screen time's good.
Right.
Is YouTube totally safe?
No, what kind of question is that?
What?
No.
It was like, so heroin, right? Is it like, I don't know, healthy for some folks?
No, I mean, but YouTube it's all good. You can't go, no?
No.
Have you ever been on YouTube, Amy?
Hey, check this thing out called the internet.
Amy, I'm going to send
No,
you. I'll just Google
just
one YouTube video and send it to you.
Okay.
Why do you? There's YouTube Kids that's safe.
No, I know. I have YouTube Kids on my phone. What I'm saying
Are all
is,
drivers with a license great drivers?
Nope. I'm asking this specifically because my son was issued a school computer and it's got YouTube on it and they can look up whatever. And then I'm shocked by it. And Stashira said, no, Mom, we have YouTube on our computers. YouTube is always safe.
Boy, she saw you coming and going.
Yeah.
And you believed her.
But why would the school allow access to YouTube? Maybe
Well,
they,
they
have
may
blocked.
have certain things that are on block.
Yeah, you can block it.
Sure.
But not-
don't know what they have. I'm just answering your question.
Okay.
Is all of YouTube
Safe.
good?
I
and
just
safe?
thought, oh, wow, that's
YouTube
awesome.
can teach you how to make bombs. YouTube can teach you how to hack.
No.
It
Okay.
can teach you how to fix your washer and dryer too.
Yeah.
Or
Well, that's the only thing I use it for. Is
hacking?
No, fixing things around the house or listening to music.
well, the
or-
screen time studies from JAMA Pediatrics, a research journal.
All right.
I hear you.
I'll figure it out.
F1 driver Carlos Sainz reportedly chases down thieves who stole his $300,000 watch in Italy.
In a car?
You know,
Come on.
I thought it was on foot when I read the story.
Because he's a driver. I'm thinking, dude, this could be
know.
awesome.
He finished third in the Italian Grand Prix, and then he chased down the thieves who stole his six-figure watch on the streets of Milan. So he must have been on foot.
He was on foot. They came up, took it, and he chased them.
Police eventually showed up, per the report, took the thieves into custody. He recovered his watch, which was valued at $323,000
Dang.
from Yahoo. I get it. I get you're going to chase, but I'm going to tell you what, the guy with that kind of money also probably has that watch insured. So I wouldn't chase them unless it was like something that your grandpa or dad passed down. Because if they're going to steal, they're going to then try to keep themselves out of trouble or from harm's way, and they may kill you, stab you, because they've already committed a crime. But I get it. Super important to him. But I'm telling you, with that kind of money, that watch was insured. But he must have loved the watch. Or he's just so mad. He's like, okay, I'll show
Right.
you. Why tech experts are urging all parents to have a secret emoji with their children. And I thought this was excellent. Like, my wife and I have a code word to get out of situations. If it's just certain things we can say, we know, like, oh, they don't want to be here anymore.
You mean like social situations?
Social or...
What is it?
Why would I say it right
What?
now?
Tell everyone.
Amy, I was thinking this. I was about to ask
I'm
the same
just curious.
question.
You
No,
can
what's
change
wrong
it.
with
You
you
can
guys?
change it.
No, I'm not changing it because I barely remember it sometimes anyway. Because she'll say it and I'll be like, I don't even know. And then she'll go, Rumpelstiltskin.
Got it.
Yeah.
So in an emergency, an emoji is less conspicuous than a word or a phrase even. So make sure the emoji is easy to remember. Make sure your kid, if they're texting, that they can send the emoji. It's kind of the emergency emoji and know what they are. Maybe do two of them. Use one that maybe isn't that commonly used.
Yeah. it
And
has
that
to
is the
be.
secret sign. That's from the Daily Mail. I don't encourage the eggplant or the splatter.
No, that can be mistaken.
Yes, it could. Or the peach.
Misinterpreted.
Yeah, you don't want that one.
I get it.
A dinner-sized plate was found inside this woman's abdomen
What?
18
plate?
months after cesarean. A dinner-sized plate, like a device, a plate. Because a plate, you don't have to eat off a plate. Something
Right,
can
right.
just be
Oh, they left
plate.
it in?
A surgical tool the size of a dinner plate was found inside a woman's abdomen 18 months after a baby was delivered.
Well,
How do you forget that? Don't you do a checklist of, okay, let's see. We went in with, it's not like you're building something from IKEA and you have like one thing left over and you're like, I think we're good. You can't finish on somebody and you have one thing you can't find to be like, you know what, close enough.
but say the surgery's over, right? And then you're the technician cleaning all this stuff, and you're like, oh crap, where is that thing? And you look at the body, it's already sealed, good to go. You're like, do you say something?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to open that back up and
Hey,
get
Doc,
my.
you left your plate in there.
Oh no!
But it is pure chaos in there. There's a
CNN.
lot of people, and they just wrap everything up in a big blanket and they take it out. So, I mean,
How
I
do
get
you
it.
know?
Oh, C-section. He's seen it. He's on YouTube every day. He watches
Oh,
every
I'm
morning
just
before the
talking
show.
regular birth. They have a bunch of tools that they just throw in a blanket and wrap it up. So I can't imagine this. You were in there.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
A neurosurgeon investigating a patient's mystery symptom plucks a worm from a woman's brain.
Oh,
That's
Crazy.
how does that happen?
Freaks me
So
out.
they were doing a biopsy through a hole in a 64-year-old patient's skull, and something was off, and they went in with forceps and pulled out the parasite. 8
my
inches, or excuse me, 8 centimeters, 3 inches, still big. So it was a larva, as a roundworm, and it was in her brain.
I don't even want to know
What I have in me, I
what
know
I
same
have in
thing.
me. Because I
I don't even want to know what's in my BH because it hurts so bad.
know there's
I
parasites
mean, you would
in us.
know you have worms, right? Like you'd feel it.
No.
Parasites? You don't know
No.
you have parasites when you have parasites.
A 3-inch worm. You
No,
would
you
feel
don't.
it moving in your body.
You don't know.
Really? When you eat steak, you feel it moving in there?
No. I'm saying like in your head, if you felt like
I don't know that it's like
that.
flipping.
Yeah.
I don't know it's like wiggling on a hook. Eddie.
it's not traveling your
No,
head.
and it's not a worm like I had intestinal worms as a kid, and it's not like a worm you dig out of the dirt.
Oh man.
It's still a
Right.
worm.
Okay.
But sometimes
that's
it's
what I
like-
was picturing.
It just looks like a worm, but it's
Yeah.
not like
not a
with
worm?
eyeballs and.
You don't put it on a bobber. All right, that's note.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
That's my favorite song right now that we're playing on the radio. It's from Zach Bryan with War and Treaty. Here is Hey Driver.